What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Anfernee, and in this video I want to talk about taking your brand new $1 million idea and turning it into a reality. I want to shed some light on how you can bring your idea, that thought in your head, and turn it into a physical product, turn it into a physical service, and hopefully build an entire business around it. And I, for one, whenever I'm sitting down watching Shark Tank, get really inspired by the people that go on there who see some sort of unique need in this world and they set out to solve it. And I personally am trying to be one of those people one of these days. So if you think you're going to find any kind of value in this video, then hit that like button for your boy. And also, as a treat for you clicking onto this video, go down to the description where if you sign up to the public app, they will give you a free stock just for signing up. And basically there's 3 methods that you can take that I'm going to discuss in this video when you want to bring your new invention to life. And those 3 options are going to be to either invent something yourself, to work with a team of inventors, or to license an invention from a third-party source. And each of these methods has its own set of advantages and disadvantages, so that's why I plan to break down each one so that you can see for yourself which one best fits your creativity profile, your budget, and your timeline to get started, so that you're able to get your new idea into production in a format and timeline that you are comfortable with. But let's actually talk about the inventing stage. Let's talk about how you can bring the idea that you have and push it into reality all by yourself. And in the 21st century, there are a ton of resources that can help you bring unique objects to life. And one of the main technological advances that haven't been around all that long is the use of 3D printing. Now, with 3D printing and with a 3D printer, you have the ability to create unique objects that can't be formed with wood or with steel or any other manufactured material in the past. And with this new technology, there pretty much is not a limit on what you can bring to life. However, I do know that 3D printers can be expensive, and if you don't want to shell out the money necessary to get one for your own, another resource that you may be able to use would be to hire out a 3D printer on Fiverr or on Etsy, where you can ship your design or your mock-up in order to have them print the prototype for you. Now, I'm going to talk about working with a team of inventors later in this video, but if you have a single idea that you came up with yourself, using online stores like AliExpress and like Etsy can realistically help you get your product to life. If your product idea is a service, then getting it to life is a little bit more simple, because once you clearly define the service that you want, whether it's an app, whether it's a new revolutionary service, you can create a business plan around that service right away, and therefore be one step closer to getting your idea to life. But what you can do next, if you don't want to work on your idea on your own, or if you don't want to be solely responsible for bringing your invention to life, is work with a team of inventors. Now, when I say a team of inventors, I don't necessarily mean college creativity superstars, but rather a team of people that can help you when you're trying to create a prototype of your new invention. And honestly, one of the greatest assets that I've seen for people who are trying to bring their invention to life would be working with AliExpress manufacturers. Now, at first I had my reservations about recommending AliExpress as a form of an invention center. However, for most people I've seen that want to bring a unique idea to life, they are able to work with some manufacturers on AliExpress with all of the qualities of their invention and actually get a prototype of that before mass producing it. And that may be the greatest feature about working with someone on AliExpress. Not only are you able to work with experienced professionals who have dealt with other inventors before, but you're also able to deal directly with the manufacturer who will mass produce your product and will hopefully ship them out for you. This is like a win-win if you're trying to get your business started as soon as possible. And the category that I think AliExpress specializes in, from what I've seen so far, is people who are trying to create their own unique clothing lines. But there has been other products and services that have originated on AliExpress that have found a lot of success in the United States. And a great way to team up with investors if you don't have any locally, or if you don't have friends pursuing this entrepreneurship journey with you, would be to utilize the services on Fiverr in order to have some great minds and great thinkers help you get your invention to life. If you have just a vague idea, there are a ton of services on Fiverr that will help you define your idea to make it a little bit more realistic, to make it a little bit more approachable to an investor. And if you plan on going on shows like Shark Tank one day, you want to make sure that your idea is as clearly defined as possible. You want to make sure you know it is what you're creating. And by paying people on Fiverr, you can get just that, usually for not an extremely expensive cost. I've used Fiverr a ton in the past. I've even created some videos here on the channel covering Fiverr creators, and some of the services I bought were logo creations, thumbnail designs, and even full-blown drop shipping stores. So the creativity that you can pay for in terms of building a team of inventors is almost limitless when you're using a service like Fiverr. You do want to be a little bit careful here and not just go for the cheapest option available, because in most cases you get what you pay for. So if you want a quality product and a quality business idea or a quality invention, then keep that in mind when you're outsourcing your creativity step, so that you get a great end product before moving on to the next step. But the next thing that you can do, if you don't want to create an invention for yourself and you don't want to work with a team of inventors overseas, but you still want to handle the day-to-day operations of bringing something that didn't exist before into the market, then what you can do in this situation is actually license an invention from a college or university, from the government, or even from independent inventors who just come up with the idea and sell the rights to their product. So many times creative inventors may come up with an idea that they think may change the world, and they just might not have the funds, the resources, or even the business passion to pursue that idea by bringing it into the market. So what they would do in this situation is that they would sell the rights to their invention so that you have all of the necessary blueprints to make the product and you didn't have to do any of the thinking for it. And I think that this would be a great business route if you're trying to bring multiple unique ideas into life at the same time and you just don't have the time or resources to create them all yourself. By creating a store around unique ideas that solve specific problems, you may then create a brand for yourself and thus driving sales with your quirky ideas even though they aren't technically yours. And as your business grows in this sense, you're able to acquire more inventions so that the snowball of revenue keeps coming. Even though this may cut out a little bit of the creative process, it still may be just as fulfilling if you know you're solving a real world problem. However, all that is left to do now is to create a business model around your invention. So whatever great idea you came up with while watching this video or before watching this video, what you want to do next is build a business around this idea. How are you going to market your product? How are you going to get eyes and users for this thing? And as I say often, in this digital age that we're in, the use of ads, the use of marketing, the use of reviews and word of mouth have never been more precise and more efficient than they are today. As invasive as it may be for Google to know every detail about you, if you utilize this exploitation of privacy, then you can find your target audience very quickly by setting up some parameters and running Google ads and getting eyes on your product. So I recommend, if you're coming into the market with a brand new product, get some people to use it for free, get some people to give you some testimonies so that you don't go into the market blindly. And as the interest and demand in your product grows, you can slowly expand. You can slowly move into new markets till you're a full-blown success and ready to get an offer from the sharks on Shark Tank. However, all of this starts with the idea and with you taking action on that idea today. So if you think you could change the world with your brand new product, don't be afraid to get started right this second. But with all that being said, I really hope you enjoyed this video, and I really hope this video sheds some light on how you can create your idea and turn it into a business or turn it into a business model. If you found any kind of value in this video, then hit the like button for your boy and also hit that subscribe button if you want to see more content like this. And as I always say, as a treat for you watching all the way until the end of this video, if you use the public link in the description below, they will give you a free stock for going over there and signing up. However, that's all I have for you in today's video, and I'll see you in the next one, guys.